Hello, this is Dennis from DroneBlocks, and I wanted to just say thank you in advance for your willingness to test this new Python code that we have working with our simulator. It's very early alpha, so there's going to be probably a few challenges and bugs, but I look forward to sharing it with you, sort of the setup, and then we can always talk through how to make it better and take it from there. So with that being said, this video is going to walk through the process of how to get up and running, and then hopefully you can work through this. I'll mention that in the link that I'll provide beneath this video. There's extensive instructions, but this video will help to hopefully simplify it. Now, this does assume that you have Python 3 installed, so I'm going to, let me just deactivate my environment and just show the steps necessary. So I'll have Python. I'm going to set up a virtual environment. We recommend doing the virtual environment. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it just helps keep things clean. You can see here we mentioned Python 3-m virtual environment, or if Python 3 doesn't work, maybe you have it linked to Python. But either way, you need to have, I believe, 3.6 or above. Let's go ahead and activate our virtual environment. So on Windows, this is going to be, I believe, v scripts activate. So that is currently active. Now I'm going to install our simulator package. So I'll just put this in here. And let's do a pip list just to see what we have. We have our simulator package as well as a dependency necessary to get this to work. So as you go through this, we walk through all the steps. The next one is to open up the simulator. So I'm going to go ahead and do this here. Now, for demonstration purposes, this is just the basic simulator, the minimal version, and make sure you're in Chrome. That will just make this next part a lot easier. So I've gone ahead and made allowed connections from non-secure endpoints. What you'll do is, under normal circumstances, this will be a padlock. You'll click on it. You'll go to Site Settings, scroll down, and by default, this will be set to block. You want to allow it. That's what allows Python to communicate with the simulator through the web browser. So I've allowed that. I'll close that. And the last thing we'll need to do is open up the console. You should be able to scroll through here and see a console message here. This is the simulator key that we'll need to use in the code. So you'll make note of that, but let's go back to the instructions. Now that the environment's set up, I'm going to just grab the sample code and let's put it in a file here. So in this directory, I'll create a file called mission.py. You can call this whatever you want. I'll put the code in. You'll notice that we have an import. We'll have the simulated drone. And right here, we're going to need to put our simulator key that we got from the browser console. I'll go ahead and copy that. And I'll just make note that if you refresh, that key will stay the same. It does not change. The only way it'll change is if you close this and open up a new instance. So you can make sure that you have that key correct. So I'll go back to the simulated drone. I'll plug in the key, and the next step is we can go ahead and run our mission. I'll just do Python mission. You'll notice this command is sent, takeoff, and we'll notice that our commands are being executed. We do in the code. Sorry, let me go back to the code. You'll see that it's publishing the command, completing the command. So it's flying forward. It's flying a box, I believe, with a length of 100 inches for each leg. So it's flying backward now, flying right. It'll do a flip and then land. And in the documentation, we then show how we take this exact same code. So let's say that this mission executes successfully. We've tested it. We're happy with it. Then we can actually change our import statement or create a new file. Let me just do that. I'll create a file called Tello mission.py. I can grab this exact same mission that we had before for the simulated drone, but you'll notice two differences. We're importing Tello and we're using the Tello constructor. Over here we use the simulated drone constructor, and all you need to do now is, actually I need to fix that. That should be mission. Now all you need to do is power up Tello, connect to it, and then your exact same code that you ran in the simulator will now run on your Tello drone. Also, last but not least, I'll mention a bunch of the different commands that we support. We're trying to just add full support for all the commands that we do have in DroneBlocks. We want to make them available in Python. But that's just an overview, very early stage. I appreciate you being willing to test. Please provide feedback, positive, negative, any bugs that you find, and we look forward to hearing what you think. Thanks.